Alright. Anyway, it's time for me to react to the Logan Paul CoffeeZilla allegations. If you don't know the situation, CoffeeZilla did a 3-part breakdown, and I'm going to put those links down in the descriptions to let y'all know, where y'all get to watch it yourselves and create your own opinion. And, yeah, I'm just going to give you a little bit of the rundown. So that Logan Paul, YouTuber, creator, who is basically has so much success, making money, doing WWE, boxing, vlogs, etc. He's rich, and he decided to put his money into making these NFT projects. Basically, it is a scam where basically all these projects that he tried to do don't work, and he basically just dipped cold turkey. And I'm like, for me, I didn't fall into this trap, so I'm good. Like I don't have no opinion of Logan Paul. Man, I'm here just to get these views. I have no opinion on him. I'm like, it's kind of on y'all for even following. Like I could tell y'all, like, please don't listen to these creators, man. They are there just to get a quick buck out of you. They just there for a quick buck. They don't really actually care, man. Like if it fails, that's gone. I'm like, hey, they still living good, but I know y'all suffering. So I'm like, bruh, if you're gonna get in it, you gotta be prepared to lose, man. You gotta be prepared to lose. But anyway, yeah, there's a response, and like Logan Paul, he did the worst response ever. He's one of the worst response that I have ever seen. But we're gonna get to it. I'm just gonna break it down for y'all. Get those good views, as you can say.
I now know your motives with this. Clout and money.
But we gotta first do his little disclaimer, his little bio. I recently got accused of skimming. This is my response. The information discussed and shared on Logan Paul vlogs and related content is provided for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranty of accuracy, completeness, or success for any particular purpose, and is an opinion only. Keyword. The information in this content provided from or through our content is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise based on any of the information presented on this podcast without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker, or financial advisory. Understand that you are using any and all information available on or through the platform and content at your own risk. And I can finish it a little bit more. She has said the trading of bitcoins, alternate cryptocurrencies, NFTs, etc. have potential rewards, and it also have potential risks involved. Trading may not be suitable for all people. Anyone wishing to invest should seek his or own independent financial or personal advice. Individuals involved may have financial interest in what is being discussed, which in no way should be considered an advertisement. The words of Logan Paul himself. Who read the bio? Basically nobody. Nobody reads the bio. But I have to read it for you. And I got y'all. I got y'all covered. But yeah. But yeah. So the best way to defend yourself over someone accusing you of like bad practices is that you blame the person for bad practices themselves.
CoffeeZilla. I watched her 3-part series called Investigating Logan Paul's Biggest Scam, and like many on this platform, you have successfully used my name for views and money. While your work used to be impartial, your addiction to clicks has clouded your judgment, and you've made very real errors with very real repercussions.
That's the way you do it. Right.
Coffee, you took a shot at my reputation. So in this video today, I'm gonna be defending myself with facts, something that you have gotten in the habit of twisting as you continue to morph from an investigator to a gossip channel.
All right. Logan Paul said he's gonna defend himself with facts. let's see what the facts got to say.
You see, CoffeeZilla tried to work with law enforcement in the past, but his work was described as not anchored to truth and often speculative. He is a lopsided journalist with an agenda, and he's nothing more than the Keemstar of crypto and finance. But as opposed to just telling you, I'm going to show you some of the core discrepancies that I caught in CoffeeZilla's investigation. Coffee, you interviewed the developer who stole the game code, fled to Switzerland, and held it hostage for $1 million. Well, his name is Zach Kelling. Surely, as the internet detective that you proclaim to be, you would know that he spent time in prison for multiple felonies, one for aggravated robbery, armed robbery at a liquor store, and the other for, surprise, obstructing the legal process. I can see why you kept him anonymous.
Who we'll be calling Z here.
I guess among many things, it doesn't surprise me that he lied about having 30 engineers and a $50,000 a week burn rate.
On my end, I have 30 engineers. I'm burning $50,000 a week.
Which, side note, is how this delusionist landed on the $1 million code ransom, but it turns out he only had 3 engineers. Wouldn't someone with journalistic integrity know their credible source had not only an agenda, but a fondness for orange jumpsuits? Or did you just hear what you wanted to hear and moved on? Because even if you're lying to yourself, Steven, you still have to believe it. And I know what you're thinking. What type of idiot would work with an unsavory individual like Zach Kelling? I guess that's what I get for trusting the team that I relied on to vet and manage Eddie's hiring process, who has turned out to be a professional con man that I have since learned fooled billionaires, the Mormon Church, the owner of the New York Yankees, and now me.
All right. So, yeah, Logan Paul. So who fault is it? Who fought for you letting people make the decisions for you on something that is serious as a business venture that makes you money and lose you money? I'm like, you didn't want to put your hand in the research. It's like, oh, my team got it. My team got it. And you want to blame it on your team, but you don't blame it on yourself. Like, you are the face. You the face that everybody trusts. And like, people are listening to you, and you don't even like. I thought that you do that when it comes to with brand deals. It's like, if you don't believe on it, you don't put your face on it, and like, you got fooled by them. I'm like, how? I thought you take your time, but you don't. It just shows that you just want that quick paycheck. It sounded good to you, so you wanted to go do it.
And surely you knew Emilio, the gentleman who supposedly let his child invest in a cryptocurrency, was allegedly responsible for 2 rug pulls before you interviewed him. So either you missed that or you knew it and failed to let the public know. Why? Because it was a clear sign that he was also untrustworthy. You seemed pretty excited when the guy told you that he couldn't hatch the eggs.
Wait, you can't even hatch?
No, I'm telling you, it's just a picture.
You're kidding! You can't hatch?
You're kidding. You can't hatch?
You can't hatch?
Yeah, 1 second of research would prove that to be false, as you can definitely hatch eggs and even breed your animals.
Click on that. Oh, we got a duck.
And as you pointed out in your fine print, cross-hatching was available on ETH at one point, but you perpetuated the opposite as truth with your chest out.
Basically, nothing worked.
And by the way, Guy, almost all NFTs are just pictures.
I'm telling you, it's just a picture.
And sure,
Okay, and then you just, I don't get like how it was. He lied. He basically, it says that at one point it worked, but it was so buggy it shut down. So I'm just like, I don't get it. He didn't say it didn't hatch at all. He just said like, he just talked to someone that said like it didn't work for him, which that it pretty much that it probably did, and it shut down. Like, I don't get it. Where's the bad practice?
Surely a real internet detective would not break criminal and civil laws in trying to get information, right? So why have you allowed the illegal recording of Jeff's phone call without his permission? And then more like an internet criminal, post it online.
And it was interesting. It was like, this is wild.
With that, see, I get it. Did he promise that he was not gonna record it? I'm like, brother, y'all don't even know each other. So I'm like, y'all don't have no correlation with each other. So I'm like, when he reached out to you, you talking to him. What do y'all think y'all talking about that? Like, that you know that he's not gonna record. Like, just think like, hey man, you want to get some dinner? Like, bro, he asking you about the project. You kind of have to know that he is recording, or trying to get a statement out of you. I'm pretty sure that what he did. He basically getting a statement. So you already know he was gonna be recording. Like it should be expected.
Now, although you didn't verify any backgrounds, substantiate any evidence, took multiple criminals' words as truth, and broke laws, you still published the defamation. However, unlike you, the blockchain doesn't lie. So let's highlight some things that you did point out. Crypto King Jake stole $6 million. True or not, we had already removed him from the team when we realized he was a bad actor and his motives were purely financial. Conman Eddie, lead developer, stole $1.7 million. True or not, when we learned he was a bad actor as well, he was immediately removed from the team. While myself and Jeff sold nothing and made nothing as verified through investigation and the blockchain.
Jeff, Logan's manager, to my knowledge, never sold. Neither did Logan Paul.
I repeat, Jeff and I made no money and will never make any money on CryptoZoo. In fact, we only lost money trying to pick up the pieces. As has been the case with dozens of crypto and NFT projects, the space is unfortunately ripe for bad actors to infiltrate projects that start with even the best intentions. Jake the Snake is no longer affiliated with CryptoZoo, and we hope the money he reappropriated was worth ruining his reputation. Conman Eddie is being investigated by a higher authority that I cannot speak on. As you can imagine, I was not cleared from legal to discuss much of this, including the legal process being undertaken and the criminal investigations going on during the fallout, but I do appreciate you calling out that rats under my nose stole the game code, millions of dollars, and left Jeff and I abandoned with no team and knives in our back. But even after 12 months of work, you've still managed to overlook one crucial piece of information. See, even though I've said it's coming so many times, you've assumed that CryptoZoo isn't being made. Who are you to decide when the development timeline ends? I got everything stolen from me in our community, stopped promoting publicly as soon as I knew the extent of the internal issues, took all of the heat on social, and you still published a defamatory hit piece fully knowing I was innocent just so you could enrich yourself in your $10 million studio. Sharp.
Alright, and then with Logan, like, come on. You said you stopped promoting publicly. But can you end it? Can you be like, yeah, it's not working. Like, please, can y'all please stop? Can y'all please stop? Even though, remember the disclaimer, y'all need to come up with that yourselves. But I'm like, he the one who promoted it to you. I'm like, I think that that the people deserve a right to hear from you and say like, yes, like y'all need to stop pushing it out now. Come like, we got some things that we gotta work on. I'm like, it's not good for you to just go cold turkey on them. Like, just don't go cold turkey. Cool, you stop promoting it. That's good. And then you want to say, like, who are you to decide when it comes out? When it's like, I'm pretty sure that you still be cold turkey if this didn't come out. Like, if he didn't put pressure on you. Like, you doing this off of pressure, not out of, like, oh, it just so happened that we've been working on it still. And you just, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you just happen to talk about it at the right time. And it's like, bro, we working on it. Like, why are you bothering us about it?
But deeply unethical, dangerously misleading, and illegal. I suggest you use the money you got from pumping your Patreon to hire a good lawyer. You're gonna need it. And maybe we could have talked about this if you had reached out to me, personally. Not my manager, Jeff, who is not me, Steven, but the first time you did was on Christmas Eve after you released your series so you could rely on false statements and unreliable people used recklessly. The subject line was third request for comment. Yeah, not quite. This will be my third time reaching out to you and your team. The first 2 times were through your manager, Jeff. The first 2 times were through your manager, Jeff. Okay, so the last time on Christmas Eve, after the fact, was to me. You have a funny way of twisting things. And I also noticed you left out that part on Twitter. Why hide that? Trust me, CryptoZoo is coming. I will make damn sure of it. And honestly, it sucks that after years of personal reform, going through trials and tribulations and busting my ass to evolve into a person that I can say I'm actually proud of, you led the charge to drive and monetize a narrative telling millions of people that I'm a fraud or I tried to scam my audience. That is patently false. This video is mainly for my fans and anyone who's on the fence that I hope I can help understand a situation that is tremendously complex but has been oversimplified for both views and clicks. And lastly, CoffeeZilla. I now know your motives with this. clout and money, good for you, but also you're slimy as so I'm not going to come on any of your podcasts. If you want to come on Impulsive and talk about this, that's fine. You've denied my invitation multiple times. You're still invited. It can be a one-on-one. If not, we're going to handle this ourselves while we continue to build CryptoZoo, and I'll see you in court.
And the way to end it is to promote his NFT project again. That still don't have a date where it's gonna be working. It's at either 2023 or 2024. I'm like, you don't promote it, please. Just don't. But listen to the disclaimer that he says. I'm trying to help y'all guys out for that. But how are you gonna say some things are right and then some things are wrong? Cause like you said, right? Yeah, that we never sold. I'm like, he said that. He did every last story, but y'all didn't want to get y'all. Like, I already know that. Main reason why y'all didn't do it is just because y'all was too high and mighty. Y'all felt that y'all don't deserve, or you felt people didn't deserve an explanation of what happened, and you're definitely not going to do it to us with a small YouTuber like CoffeeZilla, when compared to y'all. That's why you didn't want to. Yeah, and now you reached out to him because it gained traction. If it didn't gain traction, I bet you would have kept that thing quiet. You said that you have to reach out. Like, he could reach out to you. Like, stop it. You know that he can't reach out to you. You don't really have your personal number. You get a whole bunch of DMs. And, like, the manager is the best place to reach out with someone who got a high volume of stuff. The manager carries the business stuff. I think the manager supposed to be keep reading everything, seeing what's good and what stuff to do and trash. Like they supposed to be the filter. That's why it's a professional thing to do, to reach out to the manager. And I feel like he was just being professional about it. But he said he did on Twitter. Like, y'all go to the Twitter. Yeah, then you have to prove that. Yeah, he reached out to him, and yeah. But that's me explaining, and yeah, let's see how my views do. I don't have no opinion of it because it's not my money. I'm like, it's just sad what happened, and like, at least they put pressure on him, man. I hope that he learns from this, that a response like this don't work, man. Like, just don't attack the person who came for you. You just you try to fight fire with fire. Fire with fire don't work. You just make a bigger fire. But you should just focus on you and your situation. Try to focus on that and not at CoffeeZilla. That's when you know that CoffeeZilla basically won this. But let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Who is right? Who is wrong? Is it Logan? Is it Coffee? Or just everybody got a piece of the pie? Or the play pie? Who got the play pie? But alright. Take care. Peace.
I now know your motives with this. Clout and money,